Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2022 in another part of our Aston Martin Road to Glory career mode. Today we are doing the summer break and we get to Spa, the Belgian Grand Prix. This is the final episode of our 2 videos a day of F1 Manager 22. From tomorrow it will be back to 1 video a day at 5 PM UK time. We've done a week of 2 videos a day, and we are back to just 1 tomorrow, which means the return of other series on the channel will be coming as well. F1 22 will be resuming on Friday, and you know, I'm sure the series will appear in there as well. Football Manager, of course, you know, the likes of the tennis games that I play, and cricket games, and of course PGA Tour Golf 23 is coming out in October as well, so expect that on the channel. Variety is something that I do pride myself on, but this series is going absolutely nowhere. This will be daily for as long as we can do it. I'm really enjoying it. Thank you for the support so far. So if you are enjoying it, do keep hitting that thumbs up button down below. Get involved down in the comment section, and subscribe if you haven't already for those daily F1 Manager videos. So without further ado, let's immerse ourselves back into the game. And yeah, things have been a little bit up and down recently, particularly the last Grand Prix in Hungary. It wasn't to be for us, was it? It was a poor Grand Prix, lots of mistakes. I think strategy-wise, we got it right. You know, Vettel was the quickest guy on the track towards the end of the race. Nico Hülkenberg, although he had damage, did do a good job as well, and was running in the points early in the race. But it's those mistakes, we need to iron them out, and that's what I want to try and focus on in today's video. So I want to go into facilities and maybe operations. Is this? I don't think it's that. I think it's staff facilities. Can we get driver experience gain up a little bit? Let's see. Yeah, again, it doesn't. Race simulator. This is what I want. So let's get the race simulator upgraded over the summer break, because I want to get that experience up there a little bit more so that we can start upgrading their statistics a little. Of course, in the last episode earlier today, I talked a little bit about what driver lineup I want to go for next year. So do let me know down in the comment section what you think I should do. I'm really torn. I'm really torn of where we go with this, but we'll see, I suppose. We have, of course, got some developments coming up in the next couple of weeks. We've got the rear wing design that's about to come on. We've got a scouting assignment on Dennis Hauger to be completed. We've got a driver media appearance. We've got a factory event, which is nice, and a Martin Werner scouting update as well. And we'll be able to start putting into place some of the research tasks. So let's have a little look at the inbox. So the monthly car development report. Let's compare our car to other cars. Let's see how we are getting on at the moment. On the grid. Now, our acceleration is actually at the grid average, which that's the first thing that we've had this season be the case. But you can see 15th on top speed, 13th on low speed, 15th on high speed. You know, we're not that good, really. We're punching above our weight in certain Grand Prix. We're certainly, you know, starting to outdevelop McLaren, which is good to see, particularly Daniel Ricciardo's car. If we go to Williams, absolutely thrashing them. Alfa Romeo, we're starting to gain a little bit on them as well. Alpha Tauri, no. Alpha Tauri have developed well this season. Haas, again, only in one area. Alpine, a couple of areas. Okay, not bad. Mercedes, no. Red Bull, obviously not. McLaren, as we've said, and Ferrari, not a chance. So yeah, you know, the car's not great, but hopefully a couple of more developments before the summer break is out, and we might well be in a decent position. Who knows? There's the post-race overview for the last episode. If you want to have a little read of that, feel free. Let's go to the finances and just see how we're getting on. Projection-wise, we're looking like we're going to stay pretty solid around about 30 million by the end of the season. That's absolutely fine. So we're actually looking at having 52 million in the bank by the end of the season if we weren't to spend anything. So that's quite nice to see. The board have a high confidence in us. The next board review is in 4 months. So we'll keep an eye on that. Okay. Let's just have a little look at our... Hang on a second. What can we do? Oh, so that's taking us to upgrades. We don't want to do that. I think we want to zoom on a little bit, get to that scouting update being complete. So boardroom poor condition. Let's get that refurbished then. It's only going to take 8 days. That's fine. Martin Werner. Let's have a look at him. So he is a head of aerodynamics. He's very open to negotiations, which is nice. Let's just compare him with Ian Gregg, our current engineer. And to be honest with you, he's even younger than him. You know, other than airflow management, everything else is better. And I think that's surely got to help us with our push to be better. It's going to cost us a bit to buy out his contract, but I think it will be worth it. So let's see what we can do here. Let's see if we can get him in. So starting bonus, let's go for 100 grand. And then 3 seasons. Let's offer that contract, see what he says. Okay, so it's this salary that he's not that happy about, but starting bonus he is happy with, which makes a change. Let's go for 2.2 million. Let's see if he'd fancy that. Hey, should have him. There we go. Perfect. So let's hire him. I know that's going to cost us a lot of money, but Martin Werner is a better option and will have some, growth potential in there, being slightly younger. So we'll get him in there, and hopefully that will make a big difference to our aerodynamics department. We now have a decent staff team, so I think that should hopefully help us out a little bit. So let's continue on. There you go, the refurbish is complete. I'm sure the board will be very, very happy about that. So Chris Cronin has low morale. Martin Werner has come in as head of aerodynamics, of course. Andrew Green has a low morale, sorry. Sebastian Vettel does as well. Now, contract-wise, I would quite like to have a little look at Alex Albon, actually, because I think his contracts will be running out by the end of the season. Is there anybody else that would be interested? Let's just have a look at proposing contract. Will he come through at the end of the season? I don't think so. So I think we want to just be waiting until the end of the year. There's nothing you can do to change that, which is, I don't know, it's very weird, isn't it? But yeah, we just have to wait, and we'll try and get Fernando at the end of the year. Up and coming driver Jack Doohan. Let's get him scouted. Looks pretty decent, actually. 74 rated. He's nearly at Hulkenberg's level, which is pretty impressive at his age. Okay. I think we're still ready to keep pushing forward. Urgent. Low stock. So Dennis Hauger. Let's have a little look at him. Let's have a look at contract. So it does actually cost a little bit of money to buy out the F2 contract. He has got some decent pace, struggles a little bit with braking and reactions, so he's not for me right now. I think Drugovic will probably be a little bit better. So, do we need some side pods? We are going to need another chassis, by the way, after Hulkenberg's escapades last time. Let's... warehouse. What was it? It was side pods. Let's get a couple more of them manufactured. Cool. Anything else we're running low on? I don't think so. Gearbox. We're alright on gearbox for now. ERS just about okay. Engine. It's not ideal, is it? I mean, it is sparse, so I think we want to install the freshest engine we can on the car. Okay, continue on. And there is our design. So we now have our brand new rear wing. So let's get that manufactured straight away. So a new project on manufacturing. Rear wing here. So when is it? 6 days time. So we will have those two in place. That's fine, I think. I mean, we could go rushed, which will cost a little bit more, but it will get them in. That's fine. Now, this is the sort of decision point that we're at. If we are to design anything else for this season, and if I have a little look at the grid, we have improved slightly in certain areas because of that rear wing. Yeah, then you know, it's going to take however long to get that. And performance-wise, we don't seem to be gaining too much. So I am actually I'm gonna hand over the car to research for next season. I'm gonna do it. Right. We're gonna throw the rest of that into the underflow, because I think the underflow can give us very good gains. So let's just see what that is balanced. Yeah, we want that. Yeah, we want them all up there. I think that's what we want. That's going to take 130. That's going to take the rest of the season. We'll put that many engineers on it. But the underflow, you know, I think is a massive part of the car that we can try and get sorted. And we should have an extra slot in the facility very, very shortly as well. So we should be fine. I think we should be able to get most of the parts research for next season. So the race simulator is up and running. That's very good. The 2S Centre is now in poor condition. Let's refurbish that. That's fine. Race simulator upgrade complete. So that's surely got to help. I mean, do we even try and go for another one here? Is that going to be the meta strategy to develop our drivers? To get another race simulator going. Anyway, let's have a little look. Is our manufacturing complete? Let's have a little look. It should be. Rear wing. change. Yes, we have got 3 of those. So install on car 1 and install on car 2. And that should be good. Let's have a little look at... oh, look at that. Top speed, 9th. Oh, this could be good. This could be good. That was a decent upgrade. For once in our life, that was a good upgrade. We might actually have both cars through to Q2 this time. Right, let's guarantee some positions here. We're gonna say at least one car's gonna finish 15th. I'm not gonna be crazy. I'm gonna say one car's gonna finish 15th there, and all of that should be in place, which is fine. But yeah, I'm excited now. I'm excited. Let's do this. Let's just double check the drive. Oh, so Hulkenberg does have a development point. That's fine. I'm going to keep going on his braking. Vettel doesn't have a development point. What about Drugovich? He does have one. Go for braking on that. I think adaptability will be good to get going. Let's have a look at our staff. Anything about development points? There you go. So Ben Mitchell's ready to have one. Let's go for that. No, we're not going to swap them. No, that's fine. I just wanted to see what would happen there. Okay. Yeah. No, I think tyre changes. Let's keep that going. Let's keep that going. Engineering team. That's fine. Okay, if we were to upgrade that, well, we are upgrading it. Right. This is awesome. Let's go to the race weekend. I am delighted about that upgrade. Fingers crossed it actually works. It's not all an illusion. That's the plan anyway.
Bienvenue and welcome to Spa-Francorchamps. This circuit was built in 1921, and even though its length was halved in 1979, the Belgian Grand Prix is still one of the longest, fastest, and most magical races on the F1 calendar. Spa-Francorchamps is famous for its long straights and fast corners. Drag efficiency will make all the difference here as drivers zoom through the famous sequence of Eau Rouge leading up into Raidillon. But a twisty middle sector keeps things tricky down on the track. The season is about halfway through, and it makes me wonder what else is in store for the teams. Well, there's only one way to find out. Okay then, let's get to it.
Okay, so no weather, which is very, very good. We are, of course, going to head into practice, and I'll show you guys how we get on in practice and get ready for qualifying in just a second.
Hello, and thank you for joining us as our race weekend unfolds. Free practice has concluded and qualifying awaits. We've already seen a lot of excitement building since Formula One arrived in town, and today's qualifying is sure to be no exception. Success may stem from a well-prepared strategy, or a driver capable of incredible audacity. Put it this way, there simply is no surefire recipe for victory. Here we go, folks. It's time to get started.
Right then, qualifying time. And let's just see how we got on in P3. You can see 13th and 14th for Seb Vettel and Nico Hulkenberg. And look at how close they are in terms of time. That is wonderful to see for the two drivers. There are lots of drivers that are going to be picking up grid penalties, so we could honestly be on for a decent weekend. 97% setup confidence for both of them. That is almost unheard of for us, but yeah, very, very pleased, very excited to try and get into Q2, maybe even Q3 with our drivers. I do want to have a little look at practice 2, where we were 15th and 18th, so perhaps it's not a fully representative time in P3, but we'll see how we get on. Let's head into qualifying and see how it goes. So here we go. Let's see how they both do. I think we do want to be trying to get a bit of a tow. So I'm going to send out Hulkenberg first and then Vettel very, very close behind. Let's try and get that tow. We're obviously going out there very, very early because Spa is a hell of a long lap. And what we do have is a lot of ground out there. Now, it doesn't say that there's going to be any bad weather, but you never ever know around Spa-Francorchamps. So we will see. Can Sebastian Vettel put in a positive lap? Let's keep an eye on him as we hop on board and watch Sebastian Vettel on a lap of Spa. And he should have a decent tow from his teammate Nico Hulkenberg. This is absolutely perfect, really. We've got an Alpine and a Alpha Tauri up ahead, so we should be able to get a decent representation of what our time is going to be. Looks like Nico is slightly quicker in Sector 1, might be wrong. Nico Hulkenberg comes up, 31s, and same for Vettel. Let's just have a look at that, 31.1 and 31.0, but almost exactly the same time, only half a tenth of a second difference there. In theory, these cars should be almost identical this weekend, so this is going to be a true test of which driver is better. I think we know Vettel is definitely the stronger of the two. Now, engine-wise, not the best for Sebastian Vettel. I mean, we did put the freshest one we could in for Spa, but it's always going to be tricky. So Vettel quick in the middle sector. 43.4 plays a 43.5, so there's going to be a couple of tenths difference between them again. It's going to be Nico Hulkenberg that gets over the line first. And who have we got leading the way? Charles Leclerc, purple in both sectors 1 and 2. So here we go then. Nico Hulkenberg comes up to the line. Where's he going to go? He goes P3 and Vettel jumps above him. Lewis Hamilton nearly got him there. 1.2 seconds off the pace of Gasly. And we'll give Hulkenberg the tow next time. And see if that helps at all. But not a bad first couple of laps, that. Only 8 tenths off Lewis Hamilton now. I think he got held up slightly by us, but I think we'll settle for that. Let's get them back round. So Latifi definitely slower than us. But perhaps not as quick as we hoped here. I was excited, but we're a long way off Magnussen. There's yellow flags there for a second. We are quicker than the McLarens for now. I mean, we're very marginally behind Mick Schumacher, but yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure. Be a little bit careful of making it here. The McLaren's really, really slow. Not sure what that's all about. I mean, perhaps it's our engine that's the issue. People are going to start coming out. I'm gonna take the executive decision to send them both out now. I know it's not going to be the absolute peak of track rubber, but it's not going to get that much better. So we got Hulkenberg within towing distance of Vettel. Let's see how we handle it. And it's whether we want to take full control here and go absolutely for it. I mean, I assume both of them will have that. Let's go full attack, full push, full deploy, and see how we go.
We think we can lean on the tyres more.
Yeah, could be.
Because, you know, we've never really done much of the controlling in the whole of this career mode. It might be a bad mistake. A good start from Nico, good first corner. And what we're looking for are nice green sectors here. Vettel's, of course, going to be the first one through. Hulkenberg should be getting a distant tow. You can see very slightly quicker. Vettel green in the first sector, 31.0. Plays a 31.1. Very, very close to his previous time, Nico Hulkenberg. It's all going to be about trying to get past Zhou Guanyu. So, that'll flying around Puon now. There goes Hulkenberg. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. That'll through the middle sector. And that's better again, a 43.4 and a 43.5, so it is a slight improvement from Vettel, a slight improvement from Hulkenberg. Sectors wise, Albon's improving. He would do though, because he had a spin on his opening lap. You can see Norris and Ricciardo are improving. But where are people going to go? Sebastian Vettel's going to be first up to the line. Where's he going to get? Is it going to be an improvement? It is an improvement. He goes up to 13th. Hulkenberg comes through. Is that better? Oh, it was, but he is out. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Well, Vettel through currently. Now, let's see how Norris and Ricciardo are doing there. Seem to be towing. Let's have a look at sector times. Green at the moment. And there are yellows in sector 1. Don't know who that's going to be. Somebody's had a crash. It was Albon. So yeah, let's go to conserve, and harvest. For Vettel.
Okay. We just need a charge.
I mean, was Vettel? He was actually going quicker. We've maybe made a mistake there.
Happy to push.
I don't know.
Copy.
Maybe I've made a mistake there.
Use energy if you need it.
Copy that.
Let's see what he manages through sector 2. Norris couldn't make it. It's all going to be about Zhou. How much is Vettel off? It was a 43.4. I think he's 3/10 off at the moment. Yeah, I think we're calling them in anyway, aren't we? So back down to conserve, back down to harvest. That's absolutely fine.
Okay.
Because Vettel is going to be through to Q2, which is what we like to see. Hulkenberg 17th. Not that bad, really. Certainly, you know, very close to getting through for both drivers. I think maybe some fresh engines, we could have made it through with both of them, but it is what it is. Hulkenberg out in Q1. We're going to use some used tyres in Q2 for Sebastian Vettel. Let's get ourselves into Q2 and see if he can get himself through to Q3.
Yep.
It's going to go straight out there.
It's green now.
Try and get a time in. So let's see what he can produce. Wow. Sonoda going the way there. So Vettel comes through a 144.4. Hamilton spun there. So Vettel, you know, quicker than a few guys, but that's not really going to be that representative. But put the new tyres on. We'll see how he gets on with his second run. I mean, if there's a red flag, that would be handy. Now, can we time this to perfection? I think we can. Let's go now. Yeah, I think we're going to get a tow now. Quite a nice tow as well. So let's... Yeah, Vettel in a good place, I think. So here we go. Let's ride on board with Sebastian Vettel. Let's take manual control again. Seemed to work in the last lap.
Push now.
So let's absolutely deploy this. Let's get him
So use
through
energy.
to Q3.
Yeah.
If we can get closer to Magnussen, there's half a chance. So here we go. Turn 1. Very nicely. He's currently P8, but Leclerc, Perez, Hamilton, they'll all improve. Gasly, you would imagine, will be up there as well. Norris has the potential to go above us, as does Mick Schumacher. Let's see how our first sector's looking. Should be better. And it is better. 31-0. Oh, I thought that was a yellow flag there. That would have been awful. That's the risk you run being at the end of the train. That'll definitely putting in all of the donkey work so far. This is really, really good. What's it going to be like through the middle sector? It's going to be another green. Some people have crossed the line. Here they come. Oh, it's only yellow in the middle sector. That's not what you want to see. Some people aren't improving very much. Hamilton's, of course, going to be one. Norris isn't through. Vettel goes down to P10 as Hamilton goes P4. Perez is surely going to go through. He does. Schumacher goes above us. But it's not... Well, I was going to say it's not much to get through now, but... It is actually. We come up to the line. It is an improvement. It goes P13. And that's actually a pretty decent qualifying from Sebastian Vettel. The best for quite some time. And with all of the grid penalties, he may well be starting in the top 10, to be honest with you. Hamilton and Alonso. So he will be starting 11th, which is a good place to start. We'll settle for that.
The time has come for these drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel. Race day has arrived.
Aston Martin were on target for qualifying. Now it's up to them to defy expectations for the race itself. Haas proved quite resourceful during qualifying. That puts them in a very good position to make the most of this race start. And the weather is sunny here today, apart from a few clouds. Let's hope they remain scattered on the horizon.
Well, this may well be another Belgian Grand Prix for the ages. So stick around and find out how it all ends.
So, let's see what the strategy is looking like this weekend. Circuit info, nothing about expected strategy or anything like that. We did get our first guarantee of the weekend though, which is pretty decent. Any sign of rain doesn't look like it, so mediums and hards. I think that's going to be fairly conservative. But then what would happen if we were to absolutely go pedal to the metal? What about softs and hards? The softs just do not last. That's the issue. I mean, we can go aggressive on both of them. And maybe that's the way to go. 15 laps, push hard on the softs. Just double check we have got... Yeah, we have got a brand new set, so that's fine. So we'll start on them. We'll absolutely go pedal to the metal. And then swap onto the hards midway through. Nico Hulkenberg, meanwhile, I think... I mean, can we do the softs and mediums with him? Can we make that work? I think we can if we don't go aggressive. And hope for a safety car. Let's do that. So Nico Hulkenberg's going soft medium, Vettel going soft hard. We are going to shove just an extra lap of fuel in there. And of course Vettel will be attacking from the off, as will Mr. Nico Hulkenberg. And yeah, let's get ourselves into the race. I think we're in a decent position here.
The drivers there lined up on the grid under mostly sunny skies. And there's Sebastian Vettel. Slower than most yesterday, so today they'll be starting from the bottom half of the grid. There's the second Aston Martin. They're starting in the bottom half of the grid today, so there's a lot of cars between them and the podium. The teams are ready to go.
So here we go, we're ready,
Get ready
for the lights.
It's the Belgian Grand Prix. And it's lights out.
Lights out, away we go. From 11th position on the grid for Sebastian Vettel. Can he get into a nice position following George Russell ahead? Some people are on the soft tyres. I was expecting some people to start on the hards, but a lot of people have gone softs in this Grand Prix, which is very, very interesting. No positions made up at the first corner. How's Hulkenberg doing? He's right on the back of Zhou Guanyu. Will possibly be having a look, and Vettel getting a little bit racy. Can he have a little look at George Russell? Perhaps down the inside here? I don't think so. So no moves to be found on the opening lap of this Grand Prix, unless Vettel fancies it there now. Down the hill, how's Hulkenberg doing? Hulkenberg just behind Lando Norris, who's been taken by Zhou Guanyu. But remember, Hulkenberg needs to look after these tyres a little bit, so we will not be pushing quite as hard throughout this Grand Prix. But down the inside of Pouon, Hulkenberg manages to get through.
You're in a good place.
Good stuff. So
Yeah,
drop down to aggressive.
Looks like Aston
See what we
Martin
can do
have
here.
just gained a race position.
Well, I think we are sort of hoping for a safety car today with Hulkenberg to really make his strategy work. As Vettel trying his bestest to get into an overtaking position on George Russell ahead. Slows right down into the bus stop chicane. Can he get a good exit here? Not bad. Right, let's hop back to interval and just double check he is staying in this 1 second window. That's not bad. But Hulkenberg has dropped back a little bit from Zhou Guanyu at the start of this race. I'm going to put that on neutral. Keep his tank on push. Go back to neutral for Vettel as well. We know that we're not going to be able to really compete with Mercedes in a straight line today. And Hulkenberg, what's Hulkenberg? Well, it looked like Hulkenberg was swapping positions, but didn't quite happen. I mean, once DRS becomes active, then we can do a little bit better in terms of staying with these guys. So we need to keep some ARS in the tank. Ready for the moment that we need it. Vettel doing a good job staying within the DRS here. Now is Norris on the mediums? No, he's not. McLaren just are slower than us these days, I think. And here we come into the bus stop chicane. That's pretty good.
DRS enabled.
And now Vettel definitely in with a chance. Goes right in on George Russell. I'm going to go back to standard for Hulkenberg. Sweet, we need to make his strategy work. So, can Vettel get into that DRS? DRS enabled, should be closing in a bit. Isn't happening though. But hopefully can stay close and can battle with them. That's the plan anyway. Somebody's ran wide. Don't know who's done it. I think it's Fernando Alonso.
Who's running wide there?
Oh, it was Albon actually. Very good through the middle sector is Sebastian Vettel. And that's given us a chance. I mean, George Russell completely being held up by Kevin Magnussen. Here we go. Let's keep pushing for now. This is good. Right, let's go balanced.
Okay, happy to lift and coast. Copy.
So there we go, DRS enabled. Gonna do the same with Hulkenberg, just
Save fuel. Copy.
let's keep him in a good position. Now then. Can Vettel make
Stop, lift and coast.
Can Vettel make the move on Magnussen? Eau Rouge, Radion, up the Kemmel Straight. Here we go with Sebastian Vettel right in the gearbox of Kevin Magnussen, who does not have the DRS by the looks of it, but is staying well in front. Well, that was odd.
Okay, suggest lift and coast.
Alright, let's
Copy.
zoom it through. As Hamilton is now closing in on Nico Hulkenberg. Will surely make an overtake manoeuvre. Let's hop back on board with Sebastian. Now Bottas. Is Bottas on the mediums? No. But they're going through their tyres at a much quicker rate than us. Let's hop on to push and overtake now. So here we go, DRS enabled. We're sort of in this train that leads all the way to Gasly. It's the Gasly train once again. I think we need to get Gasly in for next season. Starting to think him over Alonso, but it's going to be down to who we can tempt. But we'll have to see when the time comes. Here comes Vettel through Pouon. It's very, very nice. Let's keep it on overtake for now. Zoom it through. Launch them on. Yep. And now this has got to be the chance. Come on. There's some serious action going on up ahead with Gasly and Ocon because they're on the medium tyres. Interesting. Okay, DRS enabled once again, but I don't think we're really in a position to take on K-Mag. So I'm going to drop those down a little bit.
Lift and coast will help. Okay, copy.
Just got to try and stay in his DRS, really. And Hulkenberg seems to be managing Hamilton fairly well. If we can look after his tyres, then we can go for a bit of a push later on in the stint, as Vettel now has a chance on K-Mag, and that's exactly what he does.
Use energy if you need it.
Now we're going to deploy all the way up the hill.
Copy.
Try and get that second away from K-Mag. I think we are going to have DRS here, because I think we were behind.
Play there. They've moved up a place.
So let's see. Oh, K-Mag has DRS. He's going to be coming back through, is he? Not yet. So can Vettel get back up to the back of Russell? That's what we need. Hulkenberg somehow staying ahead of Lewis Hamilton right now. As I say, safety cars come into play, and Hulkenberg's all of a sudden sitting very pretty to take advantage. Let's zoom this on. See if Vettel can open up that gap to K-Mag. We'll go back to neutral on that. K-Mag still within half a second of us. Now, nearly within DRS range, which is bonkers. And now with DRS on Magnussen, surely this is going to get us
Is that
nice
a
and
new
close.
race position for Haas?
Now back down to neutral. And we were within a second of Russell, but now not so. So how's Hulkenberg doing? He's doing well on tyres. He's doing well. Pit window in 7 laps for him. So just trying to keep him in a positive position. So Vettel should be able to get past K-Mag here. Yeah, that's pretty good. But the problem is, K-Mag's going to come straight back past.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
And there he goes. And that's the problem with these, the placement of these DRS zones. Now is Hamilton, no, Hamilton is not on the mediums. Hamilton is just really struggling to get past Hulkenberg. And that's fair play. Good defending. So let's push on. I think Vettel will get back past, and he does, but then Magnussen's there, but Vettel towards... Yeah, that's good. He is through. Ocon is a real cork in the bottle, though. Quite nice for Vettel to harvest some energy, I think. If he can. And then full send it before his pit stop. So let's zoom it through. Amazingly, Vettel stayed in front of Magnussen there, despite harvesting. Oh, and people in the pits. Right, Vettel, deploy. Push. Let's try and overcut these guys. I feel like, is Hulkenberg strategy going to be coming in to play? Yeah, it wasn't any of our guys in the... any other guys in our battle that were actually pitting there. Oh no, it was. Hulkenberg just didn't manage to get past them, weirdly. Right, how far away are we? 2 laps from Hulkenberg's pit window. I think Hulkenberg can now push.
Do everything you can, mate.
Yep.
I think deploy. Let's try and
Use energy.
try and get a bit of advantage from the fact we're on softs and others are on hards. Yeah. Let's hop on board with Hulkenberg. And if he can have a little battle with Russell, then that's going to really help us going forward with Vettel. So here we go. Let's see if he's able to have a look down the inside here. Well, he will have DRS. Let's see. Here he goes. DRS enabled. He goes to the inside. And he is going to be through very, very shortly. There you go.
This is good, come on.
And we know the Mercedes can't get past Hulkenberg, or at least Hamilton's car.
Great play there. They've moved up a place.
Oh, is he within a second? He is within a second of Tsunoda. Russell behind, a long way off. How's Vettel doing? Fine. It's probably the last lap I want to look at.
Do what you want for speed.
Russell, obviously 2 minutes. Vettel 3/10 off Hulkenberg. I mean, let's have a little look at the strategy. I suppose we can come in now, can't we? Rather than take them one more. I'm going to bring them in now.
Okay, box.
I'm going to conserve the fuel. We're going to harvest energy.
Some
Here
lift
we
and
go.
coast will help that.
Copy.
Sebastian Vettel into the pits. Hulkenberg hopefully going to have a little go
Copy.
at Tsunoda.
Just pit limiter, just a reminder on pit limiter.
So Vettel in. We're away. Where is Russell? I think he is slightly ahead, so
Doing a good job, keep pushing. You can stop
back
lifting
onto
coast.
balance now.
Copy.
There's Alonso a long way back, so Vettel sort of in his own little world, which is fine. Hulkenberg now needs to keep pushing and try and get past Yuki. Go back down to neutral. And then once we get close to Yuki Tsunoda, is when we'll deploy again. So here we go. So all the way up the hill. And DRS should get him through. There he goes, but Sonoda very, very quick in a straight line. So back down to neutral again. We're gonna go aggressive, just to try and keep those tyres intact for a little while longer and make the medium tyre strategy work. How's Vettel doing interval wise? On the guys ahead, 3.7. Okay. So Magnussen is sort of who we were half battling with. Coming around now. Oh, and there he is, K-Mag. Now then. Overtake. Push. Let's go. Hulkenberg just cannot get through. I'm going to try and keep those tyres going.
Safe fuel, safe fuel. Go with it.
Another lap. So Vettel up to P11 as it
Looks
stands.
like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
We are in an interesting position here. So Vettel managed to get past
Use energy if you need.
K-Mag. So let's see if we can push hard on the tyres and on the deployment and get out of the 1 second window to K-Mag. We're going to try and go one more lap with Hulkenberg. Vettel, what are you doing? Oh,
Let's see
not
what happened
again.
there. Let's have a look here. This was the Aston Martin. They've taken that
This is
far too
just
wide, and now
ridiculous.
they're paying the price.
It's just absolutely ridiculous. Let's check his tyres. They seem okay.
And that's the lockup.
But that has cost him a decent amount of time.
Haas with an overtake there.
We're going to have to bring him in because he is struggling. So we're going to go on to the mediums. So let's give it everything you have. But we will harvest on the energy.
Yep.
That's not what we wanted to do. Right, here we go then, Nico Hulkenberg. Where are you going to come out? Here he comes into the pit lane. Let's see where he goes. So Magnussen and Vettel will be in front. Hulkenberg is out. If he can keep those medium tyres in check, it could become a good feature later on in the Grand Prix. We're going to go standard. We're going to keep pushing on that. We're going to go neutral on that. It's P14 currently. Has anybody not pitted yet? Everybody has been in the pits, so Vettel luckily still in P11 and has now caught back up to Kevin Magnussen.
Okay, so just lift and coast. Okay.
Let's see how he gets on. Vettel might get 1 point out of today. Amazingly, Hulkenberg has come out just in front of Lewis Hamilton, I think. Was Hamilton just past him? Yeah, Hamilton. No, Hamilton is past. Hamilton now having a look at Zhou Guanyu, but doesn't seem to have the straight line speed, which is interesting. So let's zoom it forward. See how Hulkenberg can get on. I'm hoping that because he's on the medium tyres, he might actually start closing in on Zhou Guanyu. Have to see Vettel. Meanwhile, right on the back of Kevin Magnussen. So here we go. This could be the chance. And Magnussen, interestingly, on the medium tyres. So is Magnussen going to hit again? Or is he going to try and take those mediums all the way to the end like Hulkenberg? It's certainly going to be an interesting strategy for him. Surely Vettel's got to get him here. Oh, Hulkenberg locking up. It's not what you want to see.
Was that a lock-up on the track?
Here comes Vettel then. And he does go down the inside of K-Mag. Nice to see. Let's deploy his ERS. Let's see if we can catch him up a little bit. To Zhou Guanyu.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Let's have a look at the interval. So Vettel 4.8 behind Bottas, but it is going to be a race-long battle with Magnussen, and realistically Hamilton is going to catch up to us by the end of the Grand Prix. So let's zoom it forward. No yellows in Sector 1. Don't know what happened.
Seems to have been a lock-up.
Mick Schumacher. So, yeah, those two are battling.
That's a new race position for Haas.
How's Hulkenberg doing? So he's 9 seconds behind the Hamilton and Zhou Guanyu battle. I mean, realistically, as I say, for Hulkenberg's strategy to come up trumps, there needs to be a safety car. Let's get harvesting that. But where does a safety car happen?
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Now Hamilton and Zhou Guanyu are catching ourselves and K-Mag, which is a bit of a problem, particularly Hamilton. Now Vettel can push on the fuel.
Haas with an overtake.
I'm hoping that means he can maybe get past K-Mag and then build a gap. There we go, DRS, he's through. And then can he get through after the DRS zone? Yeah, he is through, so come on Vettel, let's deploy. Let's try and get a bit ahead here. It's just not happening, is it? It does stay ahead of K-Mag there. Right.
Okay, energy's good.
Good to see Hulkenberg back to normal on that, but he is 15 seconds behind the battle of of Zhou and Hamilton. Right, come on. What we desperately need is a safety car. Well, there were yellow flags there.
I think we've had a
It
car
was
run
Charles
wide.
Leclerc that ran wide, but another yellow flag.
Is that a
It
lockup?
was Latifi. Nobody going into the wall just yet. And let's keep pushing forward because Vettel's doing a good job here. More yellow flags. And that was Vettel overtaking Magnussen again.
Looks like there's been a lockup.
Hamilton is pulling it off currently. He's joined the battle. More yellow flags. Was that Joe?
Haas with an overtake
No.
there.
I don't, well, we don't know, do we?
I think there's been a lockup.
Oh, Schumacher. Vettel back through. This is a good Grand Prix. Decent battles. Oh, his tyres are a little bit of a worry to me. Surely Magnussen's going to struggle as well. Yeah, we have had a significant
Is that a lockup on the track?
reduction in crashes since the early episodes of the series. We haven't had a safety car for ages. We dearly love one here.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Right. I think if Vettel is still ahead here, he needs to bolt with the ERS. That's good. That's good. That's the problem. They just come back at him. There's nothing we can really do about it. I'm gonna hop Hulkenberg back to neutral. I think Alonso's gonna get him. Yep, there he goes. Now,
That's a good overtake.
5 laps to
from
go
Alpine.
in this Grand Prix. Shall we hop on board with Sebastian Vettel and see if we can guide him home? Meanwhile, Hulkenberg on 40%. Not sure he's actually going to make it, you know. Going to go aggressive. Okay, Max gone
We've
wide.
just had a car run wide.
So now we got Hamilton all to ourselves.
Drop back a bit. Copy.
Hulkenberg, is he going to make it? Is Vettel going to make it? I don't know. It's very, very tight. Hamilton's going to have a look at us here. Surely Hamilton's just going to glide past. And there he goes. But we've surely got to have a good chance of him here.
It's a race position gained for a Mercedes.
So we go DRS open, ERS on. Gonna go around the outside. And we are through. We'll go standard. And we're actually going to try and harvest.
To back off. Copy. We just need to charge up. Okay, copy.
Keep an eye on Lewis Hamilton. I think this is probably the best view for us, isn't it? Oh, he's gone wide, you idiot! Oh, well.
Anything I can do?
What a disaster.
Mercedes moved up a place.
Well, I mean, I think we could have held on to that. But Vettel is throwing it away. How frustrating.
3 more laps.
3 laps to go. Is there any interesting battles on track? Sonoda, perhaps having a look at his teammate Gasly. Joe has just overtaken Mick Schumacher, but yeah, you can see not making the overtake. What about Magnussen now? Having a little look at Joe. Is he going to have the DRS here? He does, but I don't think he's going to make it. And now Ricciardo on Lando Norris. They've been very, very evenly matched this season. I think they've been lapped, haven't they? Hulkenberg's still on the lead lap, but not far ahead of Max Verstappen, who is absolutely dominating the weekend. So can Ricciardo make a move on Lando Norris? He's gonna have a look. He's gonna have a look. Backs out of it. Vettel 3.6 behind Hamilton now, unless there's a late collision. It's not gonna happen. We're going to finish 11th and 15th, which is a disappointing race, really, after our upgrade. I was expecting that we could maybe get into the points, but it's just not been there, and I think perhaps we do need to think about taking some new engines at the next Grand Prix and have something fresh for Monza. Give ourselves the best possible chance. We have got 2 laps left. Maybe we'll try and get fastest lap. So let's harvest the energy up. On both cars. But Hulkenberg may well get lapped. Probably not, actually. Yeah, we'll go right round to start on the next lap. So let's head on board with Vettel.
Struggling with tyres.
Oops. So Vettel now going to deploy. He's going to attack.
Use energy if you need it. Use energy.
Similar with Nico Hulkenberg.
We can push a bit more.
Good.
So let's see if Sebastian Vettel can go and grab at least his fastest lap of the race. If not the one of the whole race. So the hell he goes. Obviously his first sector he hasn't got DRS, so
Copy that.
probably isn't going to manage it. As Max Verstappen has won the Grand Prix, Perez finishes second, Sainz is going to finish third.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
I'll see what Vettel can produce in this middle sector. Surely this is where he is going to see some pace. Leclerc finishes fourth after a bit of a sloppy race. Ocon looks like he's going to finish fifth ahead of Russell in sixth. And Gasly 7th, Tsunoda 8th, Bottas 9th, and Hamilton is going to round out the top 10. And because of running wide, Vettel is going to miss out on that final point. But let's see. Yellow middle sector as well. How's Hulkenberg doing? He's doing fine. Let's see if he puts in a decent lap or not right at the end. Let's see. He comes round the final corner. And Sebastian Vettel is going to come round and finish in a fairly disappointing 11th place. So here he comes up to the line. Also 47,007.
Okay, so that's
Hulkenberg is going to be the last man on the lead lap.
Well, it was a race full of struggle.
Tough day. Take all the pickup you can, Sebastian. All the pickup you can.
So Alonso finishes 14th. Here comes Hulkenberg up to the line. 47,120. Yeah. Yeah. And there we go.
Sebastian Vettel with a comfortable result for his team here. Aston Martin had a good enough weekend, but there's still some margin for improvement here.
Yes, there's no doubt that they have what it takes. I can't wait to see which direction they go in for the next race.
And as this race weekend comes to a close, the team is 8th in the constructor standings.
For the next round, Formula One won't be straying too far. We'll be heading to the dunes of Zandvoort and the lightning speed of the Dutch Grand Prix.
There you have it then. As we said, top 10 looks like that. Vettel finishes 11th. Hulkenberg in an okay 15th position. I think overall, you know, pace was okay in the car. Certainly straight line speed seemed good, but yeah, we just didn't have the engine power really to run a really clean race. And again, mistakes are what are costing us at the moment. We can see how well we get on with experience gain. So we go another 4.2 million in the bank. Let's put the webcam back on for the final couple of moments. And there you go, our tour centre has been refurbished. And we have got a manufacturing complete of the chassis and the rear wing. Absolutely perfect. Right. Yeah, I don't think they've got any development points, which is weird. Oh, Drugovich does though. Let's give Drugovich another one. On adaptability, you'll nearly be a 70 rated driver, I think, by the end of the season, which is good. And yeah, that is that. We've of course got Zandvoort coming in the next episode, so looking forward to that one. If you have enjoyed this video, then make sure you leave a like down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 content. Just a reminder, only one episode tomorrow at 5 PM. That'll be the Zandvoort episode, and it'll be 5 PM every day after that. So yeah, do let me know who you want me to sign for season 2. Let me know how your saves are going on down in the comment section below. Gutted that we only finished 11th there. Hulkenberg, interestingly, down to 18th in the championship now. Yeah. Well, Sonoda's got his first points of the season. So Hulkenberg, top of the non-point scorers, but yeah, not ideal. Not ideal, to say the least. So that's where we'll leave it for today. Subscribe for plenty more F1 content. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.